And right now what we want to do is do something that we just love to do here on Speed, and it's called the Sounds of Speed. We're going to hop on board with one of the prettiest sounding cars on the track, the 007 Aston Martin in the hands of Tomas Engel. There's that sun. Look at that.
It's blinding as you go down through 10. See now turn 1 is completely in the shade. Behind the mountain the sun goes.
Now when the sun is not shining at all on a piece of track, it cools dramatically.
Air temperature is going. Oh, one of the cars almost going off.
Now, from a very different sound, almost to a non-existent sound, up on board of the Audi.
Turn your television up. This one doesn't make any noise.
Well, we said it earlier when we heard Biela trying to restart and install it. The starter motor was louder than the race engine.
Absolutely, it makes absolutely no noise whatsoever. Quite stealthy vehicle.
This car surprises you, actually. I was out walking on Road America for a practice session and watched, one of the Aston Martins or something go by with that scream. And I was pretty close to the track, and I turned, and this Audi was on top of me, and I never heard it. It was just, you jump almost.
The no sound thing does nothing for me, but I tell you what does. The thunder of an American V8. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. The number 4 Corvette. Now, enjoy this one. American V8 is
too bad. Pull 1.8 G's through that corner. That's a pretty good grip.
Now on board with the Porsche number 7, and this is a V8 as well, but a whole different sound.
This is a good sound. We saw telemetry last week. 11,500 horsepower it was right there.
And he is coming after McNish. That's McNish, and this is for position. McNish is suddenly slowing up just a little bit. Lure's last lap was about half a second quicker than McNish's, and this gap is going away.
Yeah, McNish not there. Look at the RPMs on the Porsche. Between 9, here's 11, here's 11.5.
One thing that may be going on there, I just checked in with Brad Kettler. McNish does have to save fuel. They've gone to a different map there, so he may be just trying to stretch that fuel to the finish. Pretty sure that the 7 car will need to do another pit stop to see the checkered flag here tonight, so maybe just a bit of a difference in how much power is being used right now.
Fuel mileage strategy, that's a good point there, Calvin. This diesel, of course, by turning down the RPM or going to a different map on the computer, can lean itself to the point of getting a lot better mileage. And look at that blinding sun. I mean, you can't see a thing.
You can't see the car in front of you.
No, and that's a good way to wreck, actually.
Yeah, I would think. Well, and so Lure, if he knows he has to stop, he's just trying to do everything he can